Hey guys, so just a quick one. I know the topic and the thumbnail look controversial, but I'm going to say that if you're a software developer with less than 2 years of experience, you should avoid working remotely. Yes, I know saying that sounds very controversial because people have varying opinions on whether to work from the office or whether to work remotely. And I'm saying if you have less than 2 years of experience, you should consider working in the office if you have the opportunity to do that. So people might have their opinions on this topic. I might be wrong, I might be right. I just did some introspection on what I think about the topic. So I just want you to hear me out and take a moment to listen to my arguments concerning the topic. So I did some introspection and I wrote some stuff down. So I just want to share that with you. So I think if you're a junior developer or you're just coming out of school, generally with less than 2 years of experience, you should consider working in the office if you have the opportunity to do that. So some of you might have remote jobs or fully remote jobs that do not require you to go to the office. If you are having that, wonderful. I'm not saying go and quit your job. I mean, the software engineering market or the software development market is looking a bit tough right now. So if you have a remote job, kudos to you. Stick to that and just try to learn as much as possible. But if you have the opportunity to work from the office, work with other developers, work with senior developers, and all of that, my advice to you would be to work from the office. So I know working remotely or working from home comes with a lot of benefits. Trust me, I've experienced those benefits and I'm currently experiencing those benefits. You get the benefits of cutting down your commute time, even your transportation problems, your food problems. I mean, you're in the comfort of your home and you are more productive sometimes in the comfort of your home. So why am I saying that you should go to the office if you have the chance, especially if you're a junior developer? I think your growth in the early stages of your career is more important than your comfort. So that's the whole topic, or that's my whole argument in this video, that the growth or your growth in the early stages of your career is more important than your comfort. Why am I saying this? If you have less than 2 years of experience, here's why I believe you should work from the office. You get to collaborate. So the reason is that you get to collaborate with your fellow junior developers, you get to collaborate with other developers, the senior developers, your managers, and all of that. So just interacting and learning from the experienced developers is one of the fastest ways to grow your career and grow your skills. So some may argue that this might happen or this growth might happen remotely, but trust me, the experience that you get from an in-person relationship in the office, at least during the first 2 years of your career, cannot be compared to what companies try to replicate through tools like Zoom and Teams and Google Meet and Draw.io and all of that. So let me just give you a simple example or a simple story from my own personal experience. So right after school, I started out as a software developer. I was basically doing front-end development, and there was this time where I had to implement a state management system in the application we were building. And at that time, state management was very complex for me. I didn't understand how it fully worked. So when I was asked to implement this feature, I was finding a lot of difficulty implementing, I think, Vuex or Vuex at the time in the Vue application that we were building. But then I was working in the office. I was very fortunate to be working in the office by that time. And I just walked up to one of the seniors engineers or the senior developers on our team and explained to him that I was finding difficulty understanding how state management works in a front-end application. And guess what? Instead of him explaining what state management actually wants, was he went the extra step because there was a board in the room, there was a marker in the room, basically a whiteboard in the room, and then he explained to me by drawing diagrams and explaining to me how data flowed through the application by drawing diagrams on the board, and he explained to me how state management works by drawing these boxes on the board, and I was able to understand that and come back to my application, and I was able to implement the state management for that particular application. And I think that just this experience is just one of the many experiences that I had in the beginning stages of my career, where I worked out to the other developers on our team, other junior developers on our team, other senior developers on our team, to basically learn from them. And I don't think this experience can be ported to the remote world where you're working from home, you're all comfortable. You just started out coding, you're a junior developer, you had your first role, you're in the house and you're all comfortable and you face problems. I mean, just think about it. You are facing a problem, you have to message maybe a senior developer on your team to help you out. He's busy doing something, he maybe replies 1 hour later and all of that. So the benefits of working in the office is that if you have a problem, you can just walk up to a senior engineer, explain your problem to him, and then you get the solution there and then. You don't even have to work necessarily to a senior developer. There are other developers on your team, let's say other people that you started working with, your fellow junior developers, who could even explain the problem to you. So you get to see how people think about problems. You get to interact with the other developers on your team. You get to talk over lunch and all of that. All those things count in building you up in the first 2 years of your career. Yeah, so after your first 2 years, if you want to work remotely, you're free to do so because you have already built the foundation that you need. You have already interacted with other developers. I mean, if you get to work for 3 years in the office, for 4 years in the office, that's great. But at least for 2 years, you should get to interact with other developers and see the workflows of other developers and learn from them. So if you're in a situation where you work remotely, only remotely, and you don't have the opportunity to work from the office, I would advise that you make yourself available in community meetups, in developer meetups, or basically just take the opportunity to meet developers any chance that you get an opportunity to do so. Don't let that slide. Anytime you get the opportunity to meet other developers and interact with them, kindly take that opportunity. So that's what I think about the topic. That's what I came here to share with you guys. If you have already not subscribed to my channel, kindly hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the share button, and share this video to your friends. And also leave me a comment in the comment sections and let me know what you think about this topic of working remotely versus working in the office. And I'll definitely catch you in the next one.